Welcome back to another video from Carl's Cycle Supply. This video was supposed to be a bike for sale video. We picked this 37 up this summer from our friend in Indiana and ended up finding a buyer for it before we could make the video. We built this 37 at the beginning of the century for a guy in Milwaukee. It changed hands a few times in the last 20 years and now it's going to its new owner. I wish the bikes were as easy to build as they are to sell. If you'd like to be on the list of people to contact when bikes or projects come up for sale, feel free to reach out. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and happy 2026. Here is a 1937 Harley-Davidson Knucklehead that we picked up from our friend and customer Doug in Indiana to do a for sale video on and then help him sell it. Just like the 39 video, we sold the bike before we even got a chance to do the video, and now the bike's leaving in a week and I just wanted to shoot a quick video on it. And it's a really nice bike. It's the second 37 we ever did. We probably did this bike back around 2006 or 7. Right now that's 20 years ago, which seems hard to believe. We did this bike originally for a guy in Milwaukee. He had gotten in a really bad motorcycle accident and was kind of traumatized by it and wanted to build a different new knucklehead. And he reached out to us and we told him that we had most of a 37 and we went about the process of building him the bike. We built the bike around a beautiful 1937 Harley-Davidson motor that came from Wisconsin. We found the transmission, the frame, the fork, and the wheels in Illinois or Indiana, kind of right by the border. And went about putting it together and fixing it up. The bike has a reproduction rear fender, gas tanks, front fender, an original oil tank, and outer primary cover. And it's really a nice bike. My friend that bought the bike is a really good painting artist guy who's really good at patina paint jobs. He did the 39 UL for Terry. He did my 38. He's going to take the bike apart, give it the royal treatment, and apply his craft to a whole motorcycle rather than just a set of sheet metal. So let's talk about some of the cool stuff that is new for 37 and what makes them better than a 36. The biggest improvement was the frame. It has a heavy-duty tube from here down to the sidecar loop, and the sidecar loops are an integral part of the frame rather than something that's just brazed on. And it's a huge improvement. This 37, when we built it for the guy in Milwaukee, he wanted to run enclosed covers on the heads. And this is a pretty popular upgrade, and most of them were converted back when they first came out. The tins are different than 38 and later tins, and the retro kit fits are kind of rare, but it's a good setup. So one of the other cool things that came out in 37 is the speedo light that you can turn on and off. The speedometer now goes to 120 miles an hour. It has a different shift gate that's kind of easier to find the gears on. It also came out with a big back brake, which is a cool addition. So the seat T now has a hardened steel bushing up here, so it doesn't wear out as quick as just the brass bushing. The fit and finish on this is really nice. We had to take the fenders completely apart, even though they're brand new, and then fit them to the chassis. This bike was painted originally 25 years ago by a friend of ours named Robin Bailey in Montana. Back then we didn't have our awesome connection with Jeremy Peterson to come in and stripe the bikes at our house. So it was really awesome to work with Robin because he got all the paint done on this and then also on my dad's first brown 37. And there was a Honda Goldwing rally in Montana. All these pinstripers came and set up, and he was friends with one of them and coordinated with that guy to do the striping on the tanks and the fenders and just really make it look nice. So this paint job is a little unconventional. The fenders are painted like a 36 and the tanks are painted like a 37. It's a little mixed up if you're just looking at Pullman photos, but if you look at some of the old period correct photos from new bikes in 37, if you look hard enough, you see a few bikes painted like this, and I think it like gives it a more balanced look. I kind of like it because there's more color carrying through the bike, and I just love the way 35s and 36 fenders are painted. So in the Howard Wagner 30 to 41 book, there's a couple bikes painted like this, and I always thought it was a cool look. And I was happy when the original owner that we built it for asked to paint it like that. So it's a cool snapshot in time, because when we built this, parts were easier to find. We didn't make as many parts as we have to make now, and it was much easier to do compared to the bikes that we work on nowadays. So when we started this YouTube channel, our main goal was to document the bikes we were building, bikes we had built, and really nice reference bikes. This particular 37 is a bike that we built in 2005. We built it for a guy in Milwaukee, and he sold it to a guy in California, and then the guy in California sold it to our friend Doug in Indiana over that time. So this 37 is a really nice example of a 37. It's got a lot of nice original parts. It's got a few reproduction parts. The tins are actually special for the retrofit kit, and they're really hard to find. You know, when Harley came out with the overhead valve engine, all the other competitors in the world had just exposed valve springs, so the baby food jars or cups were cutting edge, but they still weren't as good as these. So this is a cool setup. It's got beautiful original rocker boxes, original cases, cam cover, heads. One of my favorite stories about this is it has the 18-inch wheel rings, which I had spun up by a shop down in Clark, South Dakota. My friend Paul Streff helped me out with that. It has the 18-inch wheel rings on just the front wheel. And then this is another part that I had made, and this is a little boot guard that came out in 37 or 38. And it was to keep your leg from getting burned on the exhaust pipe. I think it was more for a passenger than it was for the rider. Anyways, I borrowed an original one from my friend Dave in New Jersey, and I had some made up, and before I could even get the first batch chrome plated, Colony started making them. So it kind of took the wind out of my sails. I didn't really sell hardly any of them. But it doesn't really matter. It's just a cool piece to have. They're actually made on a Swiss turret lathe, which is just an amazing thing. 37 has a 1 year only oil tank, 1 year only tranny case, 1.5 year only kicker cover. It's got a lot of rare, weird, cool parts. 1 year only speedometer, 1 year only dash base. Just a really cool, handsome bike. I'm really proud of this one, and I'm excited for the new owner to get it. I wanted to start a for sale section, our YouTube page, but every time I get a bike in, somebody calls the shop asking for a bike for sale, and we end up selling them before we can even make a video on it. So if you're looking for a knucklehead, shoot us an email or give us a call, and I'll see if I can help you find the right bike for you.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to tune in to the next episode where we'll be going over beautiful restorations and motorcycling adventures here at Carl's Cycle Supply.